Welcome to the weekly Mesonet Weather Report. I'm Wes Lee. It was an interesting week of weather we experienced this past week. A fairly strong cold front moved into the state on Monday, bringing a refreshing change in temperature. It also came through with a walloping windstorm. Monday evening winds reached into the low hurricane strength level. The highest Mesonet recorded was 77 miles per hour at Guthrie, but winds were at damaging levels in several central Oklahoma counties. The front also brought rain to the state, even some to the driest areas in south central counties. Nearly 10 inches was recorded again in the east at the Webbers Falls and Sallisaw stations, adding to their totals. I've shown you this map a couple of times this summer. It is the number of days since a site has recorded at least a quarter inch of rain. This is the best it has looked for the last couple of months. Currently gone are the orange blobs over much of the southwest and south central areas. Soil moisture saw some improvement too. This 7-day change in the 10-inch fractional water map shows much more green, indicating improvement, versus purple, which indicates drying conditions. Gary's up next with some changes to the most current drought maps.
Thanks, Wes, and good morning, everyone. Well, as Wes mentioned, it was definitely shake, rattle, and roll across the state this week. Most areas got a good dose of rain. How did that impact the drought? Let's take a look at the latest drought monitor and see what we have. Well, we obviously had some improvements across central Oklahoma up into northwest Oklahoma. Now down in the southwestern parts of the state that actually missed out on the good rains, we now have a larger area of extreme drought. That's that red area, surrounded by the severe drought and moderate drought areas. Now we also have a little bit of an increase in the moderate drought across southeastern Oklahoma, so a little bit of an increase down in that part of the state. So the key to the drought now is what's happening in that 60 to 90 day time frame. We see more than 24 inches in the far northeast and just over 4 inches in the southwest and the panhandle. That doesn't sound like a lot in the southwest and the panhandle, but how is that relative to normal? If we look at the percent of normal rainfall map for the last 90 days, we see that in the panhandle, that's really 50 to 70% of normal, so still dry out in that area. And also across much of western Oklahoma, we have from 50 to 70% of normal, but in that core drought area, where we now have the extreme drought, that red part of the drought monitor, we have less than 50% of normal, and in some cases down close to 40% of normal for that 90-day period. So really starting to see some serious deficits down across that part of the state. I thought it'd be interesting to see how we are for the year thus far. We see this rainfall map from the Mesonet, and we have a large range of values as we go from the east to the west, and that's part of climatology, but it's a little bit extreme this year, where we go from 60 inches in the far northeast to just about a little under 12 inches in the panhandle. So we didn't get rid of drought altogether. We actually had an increase in parts of the state, but it is a good start to getting rid of the drought in at least a majority of the state. Hopefully we can get some compounding rains and help eliminate the drought altogether. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on the Mesonet Weather Report.